Hi, my name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood, and welcome to your Mentor's Moment. In today's question, a dad asks, how do I stay focused as a dad who works from home? This is a great question. Woo, let's celebrate dads who work from home, especially you contractors, you small business owners, and you entrepreneurs, right? Hands down, the hardest job, I think, in the entire world. Right? Like, we're committed to being these awesome dads. We want to spend time with our kids. We want to spend time with our families. We want to be an active part of raising our kids. But at the same time, we have to be responsible for our work, getting things done, and many of us work by ourselves. How do we do this? This is such a great question. So first things first, do any of these sound familiar? Hey, Daddy, can you come and play with us, please? Or, hey, hon, can you just watch the kids just for a sec or two? Or, you're not going to believe what the kids are doing right now. It's so cute, you have to come and see. Or, hey, we're all going to go for a walk to the park in the sunshine. Would you like to go? These can pull at your heartstrings. These are the kinds of statements that your loving family who wants to include you in everything they're doing say that makes you feel horrible. Which seems counterintuitive, but as an entrepreneur and as a dad, this is our experience. We're trying to get things done. We're trying to maintain this awesome lifestyle where we get to be home with our families. We get to work for ourselves, to direct our own future, to build something that we could pass on to our families or makes a living into the future. And yet we're torn between work and family. And here's the deal. This is no joke. You have got to get this under control. If you don't get this under control, it's going to have a dramatic impact on your business, it's going to have a dramatic impact on your family life, and it's going to have a dramatic effect on the way that you see yourself. Now, there are three core things that you need to address to find that kind of focus, that kind of drive, and to be able to balance this amazing life that you've created for yourself so that you can have your family and enjoy them and actually make time for them during busy weekdays, and at the same time get done what needs to get done for your business. And when you do this, you'll feel an empowered business owner, a proud parent, an involved spouse, and a successful business person. Sound good? Cool. Let me tell you about the three things. So the first thing is about agreements. This is agreements that you have with your spouse, with your kids, and with your clients, right? So the agreements need to start with your spouse. Part of what may be challenging for our spouses, especially if they don't work for themselves, is they don't understand the kind of pressures that we're under to perform, to be effective, productive, and focused that they may not be aware of because they either aren't working because they're a stay-at-home mom, or they work in an office and they are handed a structure as opposed to having it. So part of it is just painting a picture for our spouses and saying, hey, look, this is how my day-to-day goes, and there's some things I'm gonna need from you. And part of those things include, I'm gonna need blocks of time where I am uninterrupted so I can get my work done. It isn't because I don't love you, it isn't because I don't wanna spend time with the kids, because we know it is, but I need to have this time to be able to continue us having this amazing lifestyle. So that's one of the agreements. The second agreement is actually with your kids. It's okay to sit down with your kids, and even at the younger ages, they can understand from a very meta decision, like, hey, Dad's gotta work, and I am so sorry, I would rather spend most of the day with you, but I know sometimes I'm not gonna be able to. Now, I'm gonna try and spend as much time as I can with you, but sometimes I can't. Now, all of that sounds like it's a really good idea, but we also know young kids, and young kids will come busting into any room that they feel. So there's no one perfect solution to this part with your agreement with your kids. You just have to be super gentle with them and consistent when they come to your door when you're in the middle of something that needs to get done so you can continue to build and support your business. The last agreement is with your clients and your people that you do business with. Look, if you are going to take several hours during your day to be with your family, do so. Please take that time, but make sure that it's clear that there are times that you're going to be available to your clients and your other business partners, and there are going to be times that you're not available. That's okay, because as long as you are available when you say you are, and you're not when you're not, then they have an expectation about what they can count on you for. And all it really takes to make that happen is to take the time and create that agreement and be public about it. Like say, you know what, I spend 2 hours in the afternoon from 1 to 3 with my family. So I turn my phone off or I put it down or whatever, and I'm available before then and I'm available after then, but I'm not available between 1 and 3. Okay, so that's the first core issue. The second one I want to talk to you about, the second one is structure. Now we talked a little bit about it by like blocking out time and having a time block that you might spend time with family in the middle of the day. But when we're talking about structure, we're talking about managing your day to day. And you're going to find that the more structured your day is, the more productive, more effective, and happier you will be with both your business and your life. This includes things like structuring specific time blocks for activities that generally don't get time blocks, like writing. Like I'm going to write for half an hour. I'm going to put a 30-minute timer on and I'm going to write for half an hour. I'm not going to do anything else. There's no social media. I'm not checking websites. I'm not checking emails. I'm putting my phone on airplane mode and putting it under my desk or putting it in another room. But it's literally time blocking and putting together structures for support, right? Like this might be around getting exercise, around eating healthy, about making sure you get enough sleep. I have an entire structure for my nighttime routine that makes sure that I'm in bed by 10 o'clock every night, because my sleep is super important and it makes me far more effective during my days when I can get 7 or 8 hours of sleep. The third issue is clarity of goals. Nothing is worse than not being clear about where you're going. It's like trying to drive a car on a beach in the fog, where you can't see, there's no lines on a road, there's no distance you can see out, and you have no idea where you're going, but you're hurtling along. And it can be exhausting. You're working your tail off. You have, you're getting things done, but you don't know where you're going. Clarity of goals will shift everything about the way that you see your work and will support you endlessly in getting your goals done and really chasing down the types of things that are going to be most effective to get you the results you want in your business and make sure that you're getting the goals that you want to hit financially, personally, with your relationships, how you want to raise your kids. This is about making sure there's time for the kids, making sure there's time for each of your kids, making time for your spouse, making sure that the bills are getting paid, but also you're meeting those stretch goals that you want to in your business, and that you're finding satisfaction and you're making time for yourself. Like all of these things come into it, and all of them are tied to these three core goals. Again, agreements, structures, and clarity of goals. This was such a great question. Thank you so much for asking. And if you had a question, put it down below. And if you're watching this video, how would you have answered this dad's question? My name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood. This has been your Mentor's Moment, and I want you to remember, we become better men by spending time with good men. Have a great day.